Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live with Bill Tucci.
Behold his mighty hand.
Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang.
Just want to manage expectations.
Moo! Bah!
This is the worst.
Ho!
Ho ho! Hello, all.
Hello, Mr. Tucci. Hello, Tex.
Hello, Scala.
Hello, Tucci.
Ah, wrong way.
Hello, Tex.
Hello, old bean.
What's up, man?
Indeed.
Gentlemen,
Gentlemen, how are you?
Thursday Night Live with Bill Tucci. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to make it. But some last minute plans got pushed off. We got to be at Penn State tomorrow. But it's something exciting. And I think if we are live, we should be live on Facebook for the first time in 90 days, over 90 days, because I got suspended for sharing the Hunter Biden balloon picture. So it's a picture of Hunter Biden in his underwear that he took with his sunglasses and all these balloons on top. And it says, now we know why the president didn't shoot down the Chi-Com balloon, and it was a picture of him. And they suspended my account for 90 days for it.
That's crazy. That is ludicrous.
Is that ludicrous or what?
A little not crazy.
You know what's not ludicrous, Billy?
What?
We got a nice super chat already. Here we go.
Oh, shoot,
Taylor.
Taylor.
$10 Canadian. Thank you, sir. Congrats on the campaign, Billy. My Leafs got bounced in the second round after getting out of the first for the first time in 19 years. Hashtag hopes dashed again.
Yeah,
I feel for Paul. When we were kids, we of course grew up in Pittsburgh. We had a lot of Mr. Rogers, because that's where the show was made. And my brother thought the team was the Toronto Make-Believes.
I think that is more apropos, actually, to call them the Toronto Make-Believes.
Well, it may be, but I'm just saying.
I hate that team. I'm sorry, Paul. I hate that team. I do. And I'm so happy they lost. I hate them and the Rangers more than anything.
You hate the Rangers, bro?
I hate the New York Rangers. Man. Fuck yeah. Debbie's a Ranger fan.
Is she? Is
that
awkward? Is that awkward?
Not really. She was
awkward in bed. Is that awkward in bed?
Yeah, I'm like just saying like Rangers suck, and then she gets mad. Like angry at me and stuff, and I'm like,
hey man, it
makes for a better
ride. Makes for a better ride.
Takes for a better ride. Yeah, no, it's funny, but anywho, tonight we're gonna go about an hour. Lots of work to do. I am doing a cover right now. I'm doing the roughs for our pal Stephen Peros's Stoker and Wells, which is launching next week on Thursday Night Live.
The Ashes of Revenge. This is book 2. The
Ashes of Revenge. So yes. I have to finish these roughs, get them to him first thing in the morning, and then let him pick the cover, and I have to do it tomorrow.
And think about this. How much of our team is involved in that book?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously.
Same team as
Barry Orkin, certainly a She veteran.
Yep.
Stephen Peros, writer of the co-writer and writer of the Return of the Warrior trilogy.
Yes.
And Mindy Lopkin.
Yes.
And
designer and letterer extraordinaire.
Mindy Lopkin.
Who I drive crazy. She sends out all our press releases.
One of the twins is down here. He snuck down.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll come say hi. All right.
Let me see.
Mindy Lopkin. She's in my neck of the woods, bro.
Yes, she is. She's like in the same town as you.
Yeah, we live in the same town.
Oh, we are live. Good. Excellent. Hello, everybody in Facebook land. Why is that locked? It's got a lock on it. Only me? Why does it say only me?
I don't know, but we got another super chat. Dallas Stars, $2 super chat. Nicholas
go Stars.
Yep. Now, Nicholas, I have to say, my Dallas Stars days go back to Mike Modano era.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They won the cup.
And man, it was awesome watching him play.
But I want to say I had, for some reason, I don't know why, my Facebook said only me for the first 5 minutes and 40 seconds of this. But anyone out there joining, any of my family, since they don't want to come to YouTube, hello all out there in Facebook land. I'm finally back from my 90-day restriction.
Let's see if we can't get you suspended again.
Let's get suspended.
I'm sure
again.
you can. You know what's crazy though? There's like some scam thing going on Facebook right now, and I keep getting these things saying like I'm going to be suspended, but it's a post and they tag you and it's a page.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but if you click the link, I think they hack
And it has misspellings and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
I saw that today because for some reason I get notified about the Pop XP as well.
Yeah, because you're
and it said Stephen Peros's. It had Stephen Peros's campaign, and then that from restrictions and notifications.
That's right. We got another $2 super chat.
Hey,
200 watt studio. Congrats, guys. Thank you. I'm pretty excited.
Thank you so much for the $2. So we're here. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're just gonna chill out.
Oh wait, I didn't sign up for that.
Oh,
what?
Oh, Bean, your vampire. Al Capone Vampire is still in demand, correct?
It is. Yes, it's on demand. I don't know when I'm gonna cut it off. Probably fairly soon because I've set the print run already.
Okay.
But the great thing is I'm actually really excited about this. We have been through the pre-press and everything, and so literally when the money from the campaigns hits, boom, we're off to the races.
Oh,
That's
nice.
so great. That is so great.
And Randy Howell got the link up in the chat there. Everyone,
Thank
you, Randy. Thank you so much.
I got to say this. I told him in a tweet earlier, but Randy was relentless in retweeting and getting the word out about the campaign, and it's one of those things that, particularly because I was in the throes of the price guide, that it really helps, and it also just algorithm wise helps when somebody else is doing it too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know we're here to close out Zombie Sama. It's been a fantastic campaign. Thank you all. But I am so excited for our next campaign, which is launching next Wednesday on All Caps Comics. The Senryaku. You want to post that up there, Nile Scala?
Yeah. You want to get that up there? You want to get that?
Yeah, let's get that up there first, and then we'll talk Zombie Sama. But here's our Senryaku Omnibus Edition, Indiegogo exclusive, and Scala. We gotta show this amazing.
You want to premiere that trailer?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, baby.
All
so
right,
you gotta
here we
see
go.
And make sure the sound is on because it's fantastic. You did
it's
a great
uploaded
job. I'm so happy. I'm so a little tweak in here that
little tweaks, right,
not
bro?
bad for a mad dash of you doing it in less than a week with everything else you got going on.
All
but
right.
you guys check this out. This is one. I think it's a
masterpiece of a book.
Yes, for someone actually, someone did call Senryaku a masterpiece. Some critic, Gary did an amazing job, and all of our artists that contributed to it. It's a comic book experience unlike anything that's ever been. Before we start
the trailer, I got to say, when you sit down and thought about the artists at the time that were in there when the material originally came out, it was mind blowing. And now that some of these guys are masters of the field, and some of them, and George is gone.
Yeah.
Rosetta's
gone. Jason Pearson are gone.
And now this is just like this incredible document of that period. It's a snapshot of that period in comics history with a incredible utilization of that art with Gary Cohn's script.
Yep. Yep.
So it is a masterpiece, Billy, and it's a stunning thing. And I'm so happy that you're bringing it back in this format.
Thank you. So am I. I think this is probably the most beautiful book we've ever produced. I know it is, actually. But now, if you want to play it, that bad boy, let's
play that trailer. Let's do it.
Out, guys.
World premiere. Boom.
World premiere. Well done, brother.
There you have it.
Spectacular.
I gotta tell you, I get so choked up watching that because I think of when I conceived of Senryaku 1 year before that, I was broke. I was 6 months behind in my rent. I had, there was no plan B for me. I was Way the Warrior #1 was at the printers. I had not gotten paid for it yet because once it's in stores, and then after that bad boy hit, that whole thing just it's insane. It's interesting how they would call it an overnight success, but meanwhile I've been working on for 5 years before that. And the story and the characters and the pages and redrawing pages and panels and all, and just what a wonderful time. And then getting all those people together, such eclectic, from Frank Frazetta, you know what I mean, to George Perez, mainstream guy, to a sci-fi god, to Julie Bell, to Jeff Smith and Indie King and Terry Moore, combined with, hey buddy.
Wanna say hi? No.
That Carter or Benny?
That's Benny.
Hey, Benny. You can't hear me.
No, you can't hear you.
All right,
Headphones.
good. Then I can cuss.
You little shit. No.
But it was just an amazing time. And Jeff, you remember that? That's when we met.
When She #1 came out, you guys have heard the story from me before about how I saw it 3 rows away on the top shelf at a local comic store, Heroes, in Hearst, Texas, and I didn't know it was going to change my life, but it did. and
Yes.
And literally, your variant for Overstreet's Fan #3 is the first cover I ever commissioned, and just
Reniger has that though, right?
But the amazing.
How did you get that? How did you get that?
I don't know.
It?
I don't know.
I
didn't. I mean, it was Steve paid for it.
Oh yes, this is funny.
but in all seriousness, this I love very much, because I'd call you every freaking issue that once we got to know each other, every issue I would call you and tell you what I thought of the issue and how psyched I was. But
good thing you never mentioned any typos or any inconsistencies or anything.
And good thing we didn't dwell on the whole Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time back then.
I fixed that.
I know you did. I was so impressed.
I love getting those emails.
That so there's things with Jeff and I know that it's the Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. But let me focus on Senryaku here for a minute.
Hey, Perro should come in.
Did you send him the link?
Steve, I thought he would be out, and I thought he said he was out.
So
maybe he's watching on his phone.
All right, so you focus on that, and I'm going to tell the story really quick.
All right, I'm going to invite Steve Perro.
Okay, Gary Cohn, obviously a freaking awesome writer, great editor,
great guy.
And when this started to come together, and I read that first issue, I just felt like, given the people that you had recruited for it and Gary's script, that you had just so elevated your game and elevated. You can't do it. Nobody ever got anywhere with that attitude.
I know.
Right.
But you had so elevated your game when that first issue of Senryaku came out, and then it finished even stronger than it started. I mean, I'm so glad you're doing this book. I can't wait to have it in one glorious volume.
Oh, and it's and most of the book, like almost all of the book, is never before seen art, because even the colored images are.
Yeah, explain that, Billy, because people are going to say, "Oh, this was published. How come you could say it's not been seen?"
Yeah, well, okay, so we're going to be showing. Let me just paste this to Steve. See if this is it.
He can't join.
Why not?
He said he can't.
Oh, okay.
Post his comment, bro.
Oh, I'm looking at so anyway, it's because the art, for the first time ever, you're going to see not only the black and white original art. I have all the art. I have what do I got right here? Hang on. a second.
He's been digging through the archives.
Oh
like
my
a
God, Rick,
madman.
I'm missing Umberto.
I'm getting phone calls. I can't find this piece.
I'm missing Umberto Ramos's piece, which is driving me up the freaking wall. Where is it? Look at this stuff I got.
I see a Batmobile moving in the background there now.
Yeah, that's it.
Those are my flat files.
He wants
All
to
artists
open
with
that box
all
so bad.
cartoonists have those. What the hell is the originals? Ah, jeez.
Come on, Billy. Come on.
Yes,
You're live. You're live on the air.
You know what's great is it continues the tradition of Billy just sort of leaving when I'm here on the show.
Oh, yeah, for example, right now. Okay, yeah, for example. So I had to take them all out of the frames, but here's Terry Moore's.
Oh,
Here's
man.
Terry Moore's original. And something interesting about Terry Moore is that Terry Moore did not have any comic paper. He had to get Bristol board. He would cut it and line it himself.
Oh, wow.
So this will be shown in its purest form.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry, the lighting is bad.
No, it's good. It's good because there's no glares on it. Leave it be.
Well, it's not in the plastic anymore. That's why there's no glare. But if I do, you might be able to see it a little better. So here's Terry's piece.
That's phenomenal.
And the cool thing about the book too is that this is back in the day when in the 90s. Remember, it was a big thing to go, centerfold like and turn the books to get the most out of the art, however the artist wanted it to be. And so we're going to show Terry's original page. Hang on, I just want to make sure this goes in its rightful place. So you'll see the double page spread of Terry Moore's Senryaku piece, number 30, his piece. Then you flip the page and see the full color version. But the first time Senryaku was done, it had caption boxes all over it, basically popping around the art. And but now the story will get its own page. So say the first page will be Gary's script for that particular story. The second page will be Terry Moore's biography with a sketch by Terry Moore that pertains to she somehow. Then you flip the page, you'll see Terry's double page spread, full color black and white artwork. You flip it again, and there's a full color artwork. So it's going to be to see various stages. It's almost like an artist.
Will it reproduce the original book with the captions in place or no?
No. It just covered too much of the art. I mean, it was groundbreaking at the time, and maybe we'll put together a trade paperback with that. Mm-hmm. Reprint it, just reprint the first one. But I wanted this book to be something incredibly special, and to really make it a writer and artist's edition. So, and again, someone had mentioned Stan Sakai. I see Eric. What's up, Eric? Stan Sakai participated in it, and oh my gosh, where do I begin? Like I said, Adam Hughes is there. Jason Pearson, who's no longer with us as well. Joe Jusko did a beautiful piece, and then I have Joe Jusko's original of his sketch of it too. Mm-hmm. And then you'll have things like with Adam Hughes's page. Adam Hughes did a beautiful sheet commission for Scott Lamke. So what's up, Pat? So past. So we'll have all that art in there, art that's never been seen before. 240 pages of story and art. Wow. And there's going to be extras, a lot of extras in it too. Cover designs, art that didn't make the book for one reason or another, that didn't make it because we kind of double booked.
And this will be a hardcover book, right, Billy?
Yes, it will. It's going to be a hardcover, and we're going to do a stretch goal to make it the oversized, like our giant first omnibus, the Marvel size omnibus. And again, it's just something I'm incredibly proud of. You know what else?
We just got hacked. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. Boom.
I was going to say I'm incredibly proud to be a bro with this guy right here.
You know it.
What's up, Stud Muffin? What are you doing?
Hanging out with you guys, of course.
I wish I was friends with Andy Smith in 95. I didn't meet you in 94, 95.
He was too good for you then.
He was too big. He was too much of a big shot, hanging with all the mainstream
Bart
guys.
Sears and everybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
See, I got all the Italian mainstream guys hung out with me.
That's true.
But
you have the Norwegians.
So Andy hung out with all the Norwegians and the Irish.
That's right.
Well, you might got to remember, these guys were rock stars back then. Superstars, big men on campus.
What kind of
this
hair
guy?
did you rock back then, Andy?
Yeah, Andy Smith.
Who,
Do
me?
Yeah.
What? I did have hair.
you have a
Afro.
picture?
Like you would have like a long.
It was an
flowy
afro.
mop.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't long. It was
It was
short.
an afro.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jimmy
High
Ray?
school was longer.
I wish.
That's
I
my
had
son
longer.
calling me. Hang on.
Oh, here
Uh-oh.
it goes. Here
See,
it
Billy's
goes.
in trouble.
Andy, promote your campaign.
Promote your campaign, Andy.
Core Draft The Reckoning. That's right, it's Core Draft. 76 pages of ball-busting, barbarian, bombastic badassery coming right at you. I already saw some links being posted. Mortal V, thank you so much for posting the link. I'm working on the book. There it is. Thank you so much. I've got less than 20 pages to go. And it's fun, you know. If you like Game of Thrones and Conan and a little Dungeons and Dragons, you'll like Core Draft. You can get anything from one book all the way up to every cover. If you're a completist, there are 5 different covers, an oversized artist edition, 2 different T-shirts. My God, there's so much, and it's a
Sweaty,
role-playing
muscly
game
men battling.
and
hot sun.
nice-looking ladies. So.
Nice.
Core Draft does have a nice looking lady as well. So his
complain about
his
that.
sorceress girlfriend Adriana. So,
Have you considered making a beer to go with this book?
A mead.
so the funny thing is there is so in all the books that's good. That is good. Now in all the books I do, I always do one of those parody ads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the hostess
Sure, of
ones. But
course.
in this one, because it's a barbarian thing, the parody ad is actually for a beer. And it's called Axe Mead because he carries a big axe. So
I like that.
there's a label on everything. I mean, we could look into doing something like that, like Graham did with the Chinook brew.
Yeah, she knew.
But, you know, you can only do it locally. So
I just
Shadow Band?
I'm really looking forward to the book. I was glad to back it. It's
thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
and you know, I just think it just seems like it's going to rock.
Called the
Thank you.
Unbud Light.
That's right.
Bud Heavy. No.
Yeah.
Frothy.
Even
Oh, wait,
even
what?
regular
What?
Bud's not
What
heavy.
are we talking about?
So
Man, they got you. You can't search the campaign. Unbelievable.
Oh,
Nice
no, I
spot,
know.
Indiegogo.
What, your shadow band?
yeah.
It took me.
I was
I
one
had
of
to
the
go.
first
I had to
ones.
copy the link from the chat.
So many of you
Yeah,
guys
I was one of the
shadow
first.
banded.
I was one of the first ones.
Oh my lord.
Well, I'll be.
You gotta have it under
Yeah.
your wife's name, I think.
That's how you know you've made it when
That
there it
80K,
is.
nice.
Yeah, and we did do another campaign on the other platform, KS. So we're actually a little over 85. So we're actually creeping up to the next stretch goal of 90 because we combine the totals.
Sure.
So yeah, we're getting close to 90, which unlocks the 4th playable character card. So then you'll have 4 playable characters to play in your favorite role-playing game, or if you get the Core Draft game module, you can play them in that. So, and I
Nice.
do 200 watt. I mean, Core Draft.
Yeah.
JC, that was great.
Yeah.
That's what I
There you
said.
go.
Yeah,
See, it's catching
Yeah.
on already.
yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, it's moving along. Finished another page today. So
What, how many pages is the book?
76.
Holy shit. Oh god.
It's
That's a
biggie.
great number.
It's a biggie.
All right,
So
so
it's-
Andy Smith, so you have Core Draft right now. That'll be done once you get that done and printed and fulfilled and all that. What's next?
Probably volume 2.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Yeah, it's a self-contained story, but like everything, there's the little plot stuff that carries through. So, we would just do a second volume. He goes on a new adventure where there is a new adventure and exploring his world more. So,
Outstanding.
Nice. Will we have a
Yeah.
pinup poster in the middle of the sorceress?
what?
A pinup poster of the sorceress.
That's the character card, you mean?
No, in the book, the next book, a pinup
Oh,
poster right in the book.
I see what you're saying. Oh, right. You know, I like stuff like that because it feels old school. But when you do a square bound book, you can't really do something in the middle because you can't lay it flat.
Yeah, Nile.
Well, gee, I don't know. I'm just trying to have some fun.
No, I hear you.
Well,
I hear
okay,
ya.
and why? So
Thanks for coming, Andy.
I'm like you that the last She book was 62 pages of story and art. It originally was supposed to be 48. Jeff and I restarted at 48 for the Gatecrasher, and now it's like 52 pages. How do we reel ourselves in that we could put out 48-page books like Polito does and gets them out?
I know, right? I mean, 76 is definitely. Hell, it's very close to double 48. The two first Mans were 64-page books, but I think they were like 56 pages of story with extra stuff in the back.
They had a really good feel to them. When you picked up those books, you felt like, oh, I'm really happy I backed this. There's some substance here, and then the story, of course. Now that's when you're looking at the book. When you sit down to read it, it has to live up to that, of course.
Sure. Yeah, and I think that's part of it too. You want to definitely give them their money's worth and stuff. I always, I like 64, and that's what Core Draft was going to be, but then we just couldn't fit the story in, and I said, I don't want to cram it in, so I was just like, because Dennis did most of the writing on it after we plotted it. I said, just do what you have to finish it without cramming it, and it turned out to be 76. So,
real quick, Stephen Peros earlier, and I know you had mentioned it, Old Bean. It says, "What's with the Teen Sensations glasses?" Well, I am the drummer.
What?
I don't think you need any more explanation than that.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
The tambourine man.
That's right.
No. Percussion.
Past Master Dan said that, like in Conan, you even did some poetry. You're going to have a little bit of poetry maybe in Core Draft, a little bit of scribes of love poems.
That is definitely not my forte.
No?
I would have to ask Dennis about that. It's not my forte, that's for sure. So,
well, guys, we are here tonight. We're going to talk about campaigns. Like I said, we're already a half hour in. But I would like to present to you all right now our final hours for Zombie Sama Dorm of the Dead. If I can. Right now, this is our little comic that could. Heck yeah.
Nice.
41,588. We're a little less than 1,000, like 900 and, I don't know, $40 away from our last Indiegogo Zombie Sama. Now I know that one. This is only a 2-month campaign. That one lasted 7 months. But I'd love to close this out and top the last one. And
the last one was what, 43 or something?
The last one was 42,464.
Really? Oh yeah, that'd be great to top that in a shorter time period.
2 months to have a campaign that ended on March 31st. Come on. Well, March 28th, whatever it did.
March 28th.
March 28th. Thank you, Old Bean. But it's a great book. John Broglia did a tremendous amount of work. I like to say me and John Broglia did work, but he really kicked ass with
John really attacked this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Winter Ronin books are in. Our other books have been printed. We should get them tomorrow. But I'm going to Penn State now tomorrow, so I guess we'll get them on Tuesday. But
you're going to Penn State tomorrow?
Yeah, my son Matthew's got an interview at Penn State tomorrow.
Really? Well, good luck. How far a drive is that for you?
Well, that's the thing. Is Debbie left with him, so they're on their way, 5 hours away, and then William and I will go out tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So, or Saturday morning now. So the plans has changed in the past hour. So, we're going to go Saturday morning so I can finish Steve's cover. But this is the Winter Ronin book. This is our little, I think it's only $19 or $20. It's a 32-page comic. Beautiful book. It's in black and white. It
is badass.
It is so great. It's just tremendous. It's basically the link between Zombie Sama and Zombie Sama 2 Dorm of the Dead. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but just look at the storytelling.
That's cool.
Stunning. Yeah. It's just a beautiful book, and these are all ready to go. Oh, that's right. Stretch goals are coming in tomorrow. So the great Renzini will be here tomorrow, packing up all them stretchy goals. So if you guys wouldn't mind, please support this book. This campaign is something I'm incredibly proud of. We are closing it out tonight. Last chance. We got a beautiful variant cover here from Dan Mendoza with our adorably undead.
Yes.
Then, of course, everyone's favorite, Rini. Strikalski did his amazing cover. That's Rini's variant cover. And then John, of course, did the old school to the what was the name
Vault
of that?
of Horror.
The Vault of Horror. Thank you, Old Bean. His Vault of Horror homage, and of course my hardcover edition. Thank you, Paul Taylor.
Nicholas Gear wants to know: are the She ash cans in already?
Not yet. No, me and Jeff are still working on that, but that'll get printed in a week or two. So in 2 weeks, because I got to jump on that bad boy. But again, this is something that we are also proud of. This book it's 104 pages, man. Come on, man.
That's a big book.
Has great
Big
character
full
development.
color ass-kicking zombie comic.
It is accessible to new readers, but it is a real payday for the people who read the original Zombie Sama.
Yeah.
And John has always done great work, but he really elevated in this one.
Yes, he did. The real and we did a reprint because the original Zombie Sama sold out, and we did a reprint. Cool. We did a fan appreciation edition of Zombie Sama, and that's here. I have that book. That book is printed and it's already being bagged. The great Renzini was bagging them. I don't want to leave again, but I guess it's in there. But that's the original 62-page Zombie Sama, 64-page Zombie Sama book. The original one is that's in. The stretch goals are coming tomorrow. The prints are made. The comic has been printed. It's just being shipped to us. Again, Winter Ronin is complete. So this is going to be surveys of. What?
Boom!
Frag-a-boom!
Frag-a-boom!
Hello.
What's up, good sir? What's up?
How are you, gentlemen?
I'm in the mood for
What's
ramen.
happening?
Yeah, I am your
Fraga.
instant lunch.
That's right.
Just add water.
Check out
Yeah,
these titties, man. Come on.
I had
No way, you were slimming down.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
pecs these days, bro.
They are pecs.
No biddies anymore. Look at that.
What?
Look
A
at
little,
that.
little bit of bruise from the gym. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, Andy Smith. You better get. He's creeping into old Andy Smith.
No, never. Andy will whoop me. Age before
Yeah.
beauty and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's up, Marcus?
Everyone loves Fragaboom. Danny,
That's
so
right.
glad you joined us. I know you get up at 4:30 every morning.
I do.
Before.
I do.
Is that 4:30 and you hit the snooze, or you're out of bed at 4:30?
I'm out of bed at 4:30. Like out of bed.
Does the
I'm
alarm
at the
go
gym.
off at 4:30, or does it go
goes
off at
off.
4:50?
It goes off at 4:30. I'm up. I make.
What
the
is your
coffee.
secret to not hitting that snooze button? Because mine goes off and I snooze it for at least 3 times,
You
which
know
is
what it
7
is?
minutes each.
I'll tell you the secret, man. And this is a secret of anything. Accountability. Because I know my brother, and he's going to be at the gym at 5:15. And
Right.
And if I hit that snooze button, I won't be there. And if I get there late, he'll whoop me.
Shane.
Now, do you guys drive separately, I guess, then?
Yeah, we drive separate. Yeah.
Hey Dan, what are you working on tomorrow?
Tomorrow is we're doing 30s right now. We're doing it's called 30s, and what you do is you work every body part every day, 5 days a week, and you do 3 sets of 30 to failure on every body part. So Monday upper chest, Tuesday middle chest, Wednesday lower chest. Today Thursday was outer upper chest, and then tomorrow will be inner. But it's the same thing with like shoulders, different parts of the shoulder, and it's more about taking it to failure. And then at the start of the month, we'll go back to push pull. On June 1st, we'll go to push pull. So like chest, tries, chest and tries on one day, back and buys on the next.
Nice. Back and buys.
Yeah, then legs and shoulders, and then Friday is
Knees and
like
toes.
head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Knees and toes, knees and
Yeah.
toes.
We
all have kids.
I still have
Eyes
little ones.
and
That's
ears
very fresh.
and mouth and nose.
Yeah.
What about the wheels on the bus go round and
We didn't do
round?
that one. That's racist.
Oh.
Do you know what that is,
What?
Niall?
I'm
That's
kidding.
racist?
I don't know. I'm
I
just
was
saying
like,
that.
really?
I'm
Did
just
Kamala
saying
tell you that?
everything nowadays is racist, and everything that's rainbow is good for everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Fraga, I want to. We're closing out our Zombie Sama campaign tonight.
Zombie Sama.
Yep, Zombie Sama. The books are all coming in. We already got a bunch of our books. We got our stretch goals. We've got our prints. Because we're launching next week, if I may add this one, Nile Scala.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah, let's see.
launching. Nope, the core draft. Believe it.
Oh, that's live. Go get it.
No, we're not doing a core draft. Oh, it's not up. Damn it! There it is.
Well,
Senryaku Omnibus Edition, the Indiegogo exclusive, and you got to see this trailer, Fragaboom. That
Hey, you know what? If I
Going out
see that
tomorrow.
trailer without some proper warning, I'm a bust my
oh
nuts.
shit!
Oh,
Damn.
Are you gonna bust a move or bust a rap?
Senryaku. Who does
Bust
it?
a rhyme?
I can't. No, now's not the time. I don't even hear a beat.
Hey man, can you bust a? Hey, how about this though? We get a few in you. Can you bust a rhyme at Heroes, man?
I'm
Friday
not drinking it. I'm not drinking at Heroes. I haven't had a drink in 145 days.
Man,
Wow, good
Wow.
for you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I might drink. Here's the thing. I said at the beginning of the year, I'm not drinking until I'm 50, which is the day after Heroes.
oh, okay.
So Garden State, baby.
Garden State, I will enjoy some libations for sure. But in Heroes, you get Harry Me. And then Garden State, you get clean but not sober. You
I
know?
like that, bro. I
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
getting
right.
wasted.
I think it's gonna be a backyard pool party. I think Vaughn Coleman's bringing a pool.
Bring in a pool.
He's got a pickup truck with a tarp in it.
We're gonna fill it
That's
up
amazing.
with beer
That's amazing.
and a slip and slide. Jeff, you want to come?
Oh, yeah.
Get a slip and slide. But anyway, I'm just so proud of this book, guys. Right now, you could sign up for our pre-launch page. And I don't know, Scal, if you want to scroll up the page, we could show some things first, real quick. There you go. So it gives a little description. So you see, like, here's Jim Lee, right?
That one drives me crazy.
Dude, Jim
No,
Lee's bad.
no, he's great, but I'll tell you why this one drives me crazy.
Okay.
And this is every time I see any pose that's a trading card or a pinup or a cover, and someone's got a weapon and they use half of their face is cut off, drives me nuts because she is just gorgeous. And if he had just brought that down to see the savageness of her face.
Yeah.
But I'm a bastard, man. It's what I do.
Now, okay, so
Tear
here it
people
is,
down.
1995, right? You asked Jim Lee to contribute to your book, and he says, sure.
Mm.
And he hands you this piece of art. Are you gonna like, hey Jim, do you mind?
I would have honestly. This is what I would have done, Billy. Like, and this is not cracking jokes, even though I got a smile on my face. Same thing I did with Art Adams when he did a cover of Gear Station for me. I said, let me see 4 layouts.
Oh shit, really?
And then in the layout stage, I'd say, hey, I love this one. Can you drop her arm a little bit? You draw faces so good. I want to see a face.
Oh,
Well, you're
I see
wise
that.
beyond your years, my friend. Wise beyond
Positive
your
manipulation. I love it.
Yeah.
Our couple said it's about the boobs that I'm wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not the boobs,
Framing the
man.
boobs.
Yeah, well, if
There's
you
a way
scroll
of
down-
doing both,
now-
man.
Yeah.
She could have put them like this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, squeeze them together.
So you're gonna have the black and white art, the original black and white art. That's why I texted you.
Oh,
And then like, look at this. You got Jay Lee's art right here. So you have Jay
Holy
Lee's.
crap! When was this? I've never seen this.
Bro, you're gonna see it all in the video. Yeah, Fraga. I'd say 90% of the art in this book has never been seen before in its full capacity. Some of it has never
Really?
been seen at all. The rest of it has never been seen with unblemished by caption balloons.
Tell us why, Billy.
Because this is going to be like a writer and artist edition on the bus. So you're gonna see.
So do you own their? Oh wait, never mind. I was going to ask if you own the original artwork to these two.
Yeah, I got it all except for I can't find Umberto Ramos's original. It's driving me nuts.
Oh, okay.
Umberto Ramos's original and my issue 3 introductory black and white art are missing. So I've been talking to Nelson Asensio, and old Bean, we're gonna have lunch with him. Well, I'd like for him to join us for lunch because he lives in Lindenhurst.
Excellent.
And he said he's gonna look for it because he might have it. But Scalawags, you want to play this trailer?
Trailer
Nile put together in like 3 days.
That's awesome.
Oh, I mean that's not impressive. If you said 10 minutes, I'd be like, wow.
And Andy
3
Smith,
days.
Thank you, Andy Smith. I want to thank you because I found the music you used, and I use the same exact music. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's see this bad boy.
What a biter.
Dude, Nile, that is awesome.
Thank you.
Did you guys hear
Great job. I mean, seriously, that is great.
I have notes, Nile.
All right, did you guys?
I don't want your notes. No.
You do though. You do. These are awesome.
Yes. No.
They're additive. Nothing. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change what's on screen. It's additive. I would have during that beginning part embers, like burning embers, because you did it with the rose petals. You have that script, but some burning embers and a light crackling fire sound in the background. It makes it sound ageless when it's got that. So anyway,
if I did that, Billy would be like, you know what? Take that. That's too much. That's too much. Take it out. Take it out. That's too long.
Good,
it's too long.
I know what I'm talking about.
Hey, did you guys hear that music repeating twice?
No.
Okay.
No.
I heard it was like
that was the other note I had. The very end. I hear somebody in the back room.
Yeah, someone's in the back.
At the very end, if you can get a hard drum, and end in silence on your logo.
Yeah, I think that's it. Hey, Dr. B!
Blevins!
Blevins!
Sorry,
wakey.
I saw the invite and it said close out, and I was like, close out? Like nobody wants to see that. And then I was like, oh, close out. I was like, I thought everybody was gonna be naked, and I was like, nobody wants that.
Oh, they didn't say close off.
Close.
Anyway, that was terrible.
Thank
Hey.
No.
Hey, try the veal.
I spent the last 49 minutes coming up with that, guys.
Not all of them are going to be.
Yeah, it took them a while.
That was a single. But yeah, I'm just really proud of it. Thank you so much.
This is exciting. This is exciting. How many pages?
240 pages, bro.
Woo!
And what was your first?
My kids with that.
For $60. For $60.
What?
And it's the same size as the first one, right?
Yes. If we hit our stretch goal, that's going to be our first. Our first stretch goal is going to be that to enlarge it Marvel size, and our second one is going to be like a bookmark, that's inserted, a second bookmark, and the third will be the Frank Frazetta dust jacket cover.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
that's nice.
That's gonna be nice. What do you got?
Yeah, you had me at Frazetta, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh,
is that the original?
Jeff?
What are you holding up?
That's the original, Jeff?
Man,
What do you got?
Whoa! Look at that.
So so Blevins, you weren't here for this, but when I watched that trailer, Scala's trailer, I get so choked up because, as I was saying earlier in the stream, and I don't think you were here, Fraggy, you weren't here.
I wasn't.
But a year before we put together this book, and I think it was nominated for an Eisner for Best Collected Edition.
Cool.
That I just haven't. I've been too busy to look. It's so long. I think we. Anyway, that I think where I was a year before that book came out, and I was poor. I was 6 months behind my rent. I had thrown everything I had owned into this She comic that had yet to come out, and who knows if it would have been a hit or not. And the thing with me, though, Fragaboom, there was no plan B for me.
No,
I was all in. You guys know that feeling, right?
I've
right,
been there
Andy?
before.
Oh, yeah.
There's no plan B.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it happen, no matter what. And the cool thing is the only thing I had to really rely on were the fans. It's not unlike what we're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
We have no masters. You know what I mean? There's nobody. We're not at the beck and call of any corporation or anything like that. We are truly, like Dr. Blevins is, the masters of our own domain.
That's
and
right.
then people like Jeff Vaughn, I became friends with, said he saw She on the shelf, and he came up to me. He had bought my book.
I met you at San Diego in '94 and started hanging out at Chicago that year.
Yes,
Oh,
we
that's
did.
Cool.
Those were the times, man.
Yeah,
man, I tell you, it's. I mean, it really is. And me and you talked the other day on the phone, and if you don't mind, I mean, I definitely will bring it back up again. Like, when I was in high school, like I was trying to figure out what it was I wanted to do. Like I had pulled all these things together, and I was collecting comic books. I was a big nerd. I kind of didn't really find my place, and all I had was Wizard comic books to kind of let me know what was going on in the world. And like I read all about your story about how you got to where you were. And even back then, I was like, man, this is the guy that I want. This is the guy that I want to be like. This is the dude that I want to be part of. And all these years later, I mean, it really is. I mean, it really is awesome that things have came through. And I mean, dude, you've earned exactly. I mean, you've definitely earned every inch. So,
well, thank you. I remember. So I asked. So Fraga in '95, you still we're still with Rob, right? Because you were doing Black Flag, right?
Yeah, I worked with Rob from '91 to '99.
Okay, so I asked Rob to be a part of it, and he was too busy.
Yeah, well, '95 was a crazy year for him because he was getting married. Remember San Diego? That was the Water World had come out, and we had the spaceship. The Youngblood spaceship made its debut at San Diego that year.
Yep.
And
he got married.
Badrock. You had the Badrock, the big.
And Kodiak, Badrock, Kodiak, Chapel,
the
spaceship, and Rob got married that summer. So it was
Voodoo. Mike S. Miller's
Voodoo,
wife was dressed as Voodoo. God, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
She dresses Voodoo for Jim. But
wow.
So '96 was when Independence Day came out. And Chris Claremont bought me and Jim Lee tickets, and me, Jim Lee, and Chris Claremont went to go see Independence Day on Friday night, San Diego.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's
man,
cool.
you did not go quietly into the night.
No, man, and we were like, wow, because it was just so much fun, that movie. You know what I mean? And then I went to go see it when I got back home the second time, and it wasn't as exciting, but it was just so cool to get seeing it for the first time. On the big screen, it was like, wow, this is a really fun movie.
Billy's Harrison says hello, fellas.
Hey, Harrison.
Yeah,
hello.
Billy's closing out Zombie Sama, and he's got a new book, omnibus.
New book. Hey, can Harrison do the Spock thing?
Can you do the Mork from Mork?
Hey, we call that Spock.
I know. I'm nanooing.
Nanu.
And living longer. It's over here, pal. Yeah, he's doing it. He's doing it. Yeah.
I think he's just flashing a gang sign.
He is.
He's flashing signs, bro.
It's cool. Didn't you know he's loco?
And when he turns 18, Dan teaches him this sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
What is that, Blevins? What is that sign, Blevins?
Oh, I don't know.
Get out of here.
You gotta ask.
It's the key to the city. It's the key to the city.
That's what they talk about in meditation. It's the chakra.
That's right.
The chakra.
Yeah, but I can tell you from experience, it doesn't work on everybody.
Oh.
Oh.
Billy, why did it not
weekend,
work?
Man.
Why didn't it work on
guys.
you? Billy, why didn't it work on you?
On me. Oh.
The other guy had a prosthetic pinky.
I didn't say it didn't work on me. It worked on me just fine.
Because you said from experience, it doesn't work on everybody.
That's right.
On the 2P1S, it didn't work.
What do they call
Yeah,
that? The Neapolitan?
There you go.
It's a weird way to check the oil sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's right.
There you go, Blevins. That's a good one. Oh my God! Look at this getting disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have a link to J.C. Vaughn's Al Capone Vampire?
Al Capone Vampire.
Indie Man.
Love it.
Do we have? Can we pop that bad boy up?
Bring that campaign up. Let's bring her on up.
Bring it.
Bring it on up.
Bring it on
the
up.
East side to a deluxe apartment.
Sky.
Oh, we're moving on up.
Moving on up.
Hey man, if they do the For Fans show, I know what, and if we do karaoke night, I know what song I'm going to sing. It's going to shock you all, but it's going to be one for the ages.
Is it going to be
in honor of Tina Turner?
Is it Electric Youth by Debbie Gibson?
Yeah. Oh my God!
Is it? Is it War Pigs?
Guy from Red Bank says this stream is gross.
I know.
As soon as Brian got here, it went right down the gutter.
Brian got here.
Right. Talking about stripping and coming on naked.
I packed it up and brought it with me. Is what happened.
That's right.
Aaron would have pulled back on his chair and turned halfway and said disavowed.
That's right.
All right, Old Bean, let's talk about your Indiegogo. You already had it successfully funded on Kickstarter. This is your Indiegogo campaign. It is now in demand.
Yep.
Talk to us. Let's see that video. That Nile Scala.
Play that video?
Oh, that'd be great. Sure.
All that beautiful bean
More Nile
footage.
goodness.
Hi, I'm J.C. Vaughn, creator and writer of Al Capone Vampire. The rest of the creative team and I hope you'll give serious consideration to backing this project for Al Capone Vampire #2. For those of you who are just discovering us, the concept is pretty straightforward. It's Al Capone, he's come back as a vampire, and he's decided to take over Chicago again. The story spun out of our Vampire PA Bite Out of Crime one-shot and straight into Al Capone Vampire #1, which will also be available during this campaign. In this issue, the vampire gang war in Chicago reaches a fever pitch with an insane level of action, violence, and mayhem. At the same time, in suburban Pittsburgh, our crew that handed Capone his first and so far only vampiric defeat is growing more concerned with his renewed presence. We have fantastic art from Brendan and Brian Train, superb colors from House Maggi, excellent lettering from Mindy Lopkin, and amazing edits from Jason Odom. In addition to a selection of covers by the Frame Brothers, colored by Wes Hartman, we also have a killer Al Capone cover by James Nelms. And be sure to check out our new glow-in-the-dark cover. Our first one was a huge hit. On behalf of everyone on Team Al Capone, thanks for your consideration.
You know what I know it's too late, and I forgot to tell you this, the first time I saw it, it would have been cool to add a little like a Tommy gun effect.
Well,
we did that in the first
number 3.
We did that in the first video, remember? Al Capone
Yep.
came through and he shot at you and then ran off screen.
And Jeff, this book is done, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, Billy. Thanks for asking. It's at the printer. It's been through pre-press already and ready to go. The funds arrive. It goes on press.
Excellent.
And we're about 10 pages done through lettering on Al Capone number 3.
Awesome.
Oh,
Wow, I like that cover. I like that Untouchables cover.
Thanks, Brian. I thought they did a great job. I love doing each issue. We like doing something that's an homage. And the first one, of course, we did Punch Comics number 12, that famous skull cover, and that went over pretty well. And so we're doing this one, and then Wes did a great job with the colors, man, just beautiful. But I got to say, Nile did a killer job with our video too. So
yeah,
Nile's kind of a professional.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little too tiny bit.
Hey,
Just-
the funny thing is,
everyone's
I hear
video whore.
I hear when Nile needs a video, he just goes to his Fiverr app on his phone and hires somebody and takes the credit.
Wow.
That's what you do.
That's good
That's what
management.
you do.
That's
Wow.
cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded, Andy. It's AI, okay?
Shots fired.
Oh, it's
AI.
AI. That's right. Never mind.
Well, I lost a bunch of patrons on my OnlyFans, so I have to go a cheaper route.
Right.
Hey, if you don't show brown, you got to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, damn.
Messed up.
What was that thing, Andy, that Ethan said? Remember when the guy asked him about
Oh,
USD?
what? That got me, that I lost my shit over?
Yeah, what did he say?
It's just so stupid. I told my wife, and she got it, but she just couldn't believe how bad I lost
I
it.
thought it was funny as hell, too. But what did the guy
He
ask?
said
He's at the airport.
he said he
right?
was coming back from China, and he was exchanging the money at the airport. And he goes up to the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to exchange the yen or whatever it is." And the guy's like, "USD," and Ethan was like, "If I have to."
Do I have to? Yeah.
Just freaking lost it.
Oh, so crass. So crass.
Lord have
Campaign, with Al Capone Vampire number 3 or 4 or 5, will his brother, Two Gun Hart, be making an appearance?
No, because it's all set present day.
But could his brother be a zombie or a vampire as well or something? That he's remember he was a marshal out west.
Yes, I just want to say no. But
That seems pretty definitive.
Because I wanted to use him.
But are you sure that his brother might not make an appearance?
Yeah, are you sure his
Am
brother?
I sure? No, it was quite a surprise to me when Al Capone showed up in Vampire PA. I had no idea it was coming. I just sit in the computer and go, yeah, Al Capone, okay.
So what you're saying is there's still a chance.
Yeah,
So you're saying there's a chance.
there's
That's
a
right.
chance, if somebody wants to draw a spectacular cover with that, I'll come up with a story.
Excellent. Well done, my friend. Dan Fraga, I know that your hours are short. Your time is short this evening.
Yes.
Where are we with Black Flag? I mean, I know you're kicking ass.
At
You're
this
going through it.
desk, working away, trying to get done by summer. That's it. Just all day do that in the morning, do my day job in the evening. So yeah, just busting. Barely any time, but doing the work of my life.
Raising a fam.
Yeah. Well,
Busting.
that's number one. But
Yeah, right.
yeah, no, this is the work of my career, and it's something that if I was to die afterwards, I would be happy being known by it.
Dang.
Oh, great. Go and jinx yourself now.
Yeah, really.
Other than my kids, I've lived. Have you ever had that thought? Like, until I had kids, I literally thought this thought. I've had such a great life. I could die now and say I've lived that life. And that was kind of the inspiration for the grave. Like, if you live a full life, you're ready to die. But the second I had kids, I was like, oh, well.
No, not anymore. No, yeah.
Now
I mean,
yeah, now I can't. Now I can't die. I used to bungee jump and I've jumped out of thank you, sir. I've jumped out of perfectly good planes, not like you, Billy, but not paratrooper status. But I've gone tandem, and now, heck no, I don't even go on crazy carny rides.
Yeah, but plus you're not anywhere far from them because I don't know if you remember the first time we hung out, and we were talking about how we were so fortunate doing what we love. We were young kids. I'm obviously a little older than you.
Only a tiny bit, but was that 94, 95?
Yeah, 94. And I remember I said to you, I said, so, what's next? You think, and we had this conversation, if you think that now that we have books out, it's 95, and I said, and we die, something happens, you get a horrible accident, there's a plague, etc.
Sure.
Would you be satisfied with your stab at immortality? And you remember what you said to me?
I don't.
You said
I smoke
no.
a lot of marijuana, Billy.
You said no because I'm not done. And I said, why?
I'm not done.
No, I'll tell you what you said to me, and I'll never forget those words. You said to me, you said, I really want to dance.
I said that? Oh, my God.
That's not surprising if you were high.
Were Ben and Jerry there, too?
That means so much.
Sorry. Oh, I thought I was building up to that. It's not good unless Aaron's here, because Aaron's like this when I tell my stories. Aaron's like, starts off like this. And then by the time I get to my punchline, Aaron's like this. If you watch him, he gets lost. He just starts zoning out, listening, and he's like, and then he goes,
you sucked me right back in.
What tripped me out is I've been around Aaron so many times on the professional show, but I've never seen him as grumpy as he was Tuesday night. He was just grumpy.
He was more grumpy the previous Tuesday night when he was on my show. Remember, I'm showing Todd and Rob, and he goes,
"Oh
this
yeah,
is the most boring thing I've ever seen." And we're listening to Rob Liefeld and Tom McFarlane talking about storytelling and how they do it, and you can just see Aaron's just like this. And he's just seething, And he's like, "This is the most boring thing I've ever seen. Why are we even doing this?" Like.
I can't believe he did so bad on Tuesday night. So,
what do
you think is bringing up these deep emotions in him?
It's just Aaron. That's just how he is.
Well, here's a funny thing, though, is that I came in third. I didn't come in last.
Yeah, I think Graham would have come in first if he was to play, though.
Because he had all the answers.
Well, I don't mean that part. I mean, he's the guy with a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I would bet on him.
No, I didn't know anything. I was just guessing, listening to everybody else. I'm like, yeah, that's
it bugged me out that the only modern one was that Austin Byrne one, That's why I started the show with, like, don't be busting out no Gene Day shit on me or Dan Day and, old school, and that's what he did. He was straight up.
I was hoping for like March Schultz, Xenozoic Tales.
Yeah.
Jim Lee, Scott Williams on Hush. That's what I was hoping for. Because I get that, but
here's the thing though. This is what I'm not surprised by. How often do you ink your own work?
Almost never.
Yeah. Okay. So you do it on the typewriter or we still have typewriters in this world.
He does ink it because he prints it out.
Yeah.
He inks all of it.
But I'm saying, Billy, as an artist, how often do you ink your own work?
I probably just cover. Well, I inked my Rocketeer story. I did.
Okay.
The,
Andy's a guy who inks his own stuff, has inked other people. I'm a guy who inks, like, I prefer to ink my stuff if I was a little faster, but I ink other people, and he fucking heard us.
He heard. His ears
shit! His back. He felt something going into his back, and he's like, "Wait, what is that?"
No. True friends stab in the front. Aaron, what I said was you seemed rather grumpy on Tuesday.
I'm pretty grumpy every day.
See, that's what I said.
Honestly, it was the first time I ever really noticed it. I was like, man, he was really grumpy on Tuesday. Are you an Oscar the Grouch fan?
You know why? Because I had to get up at like 5 o'clock to take my son and his wife to the airport. So I was like totally trashed because I went to bed after midnight and then got up at 5.
That'll do it.
So yeah, you
need that sleep. But
where the heck were they going off to?
Levins, don't shake your head at me. I'll come over there and smack you. You want to see?
I was gonna say that I thought you were up all night cleaning all your weapons. Your weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them too. Don't push me.
But, yeah, Billy. What I was saying regarding the professionals and the ink thing is, I think guys that ink their own work and ink other people study inks in a way where we kind of like go, oh, that's a Williamson technique. That's an Alex Raymond technique. That's a Scott Williams thing to do. That's a Terry Austin thing to do. So we're a little more dialed in. You know, I think that's the only reason I can think it.
So what was Aaron's excuse during the Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane storytelling bit?
I think you just said
it's a superiority thing.
No, that was genuine boredom. That's what
that
was.
That's what I'm talking about.
He just burst out right when they're talking. So old bean.
It wasn't your. I was just talking to my brother about this at the gym this week about how the professionals. What's interesting is sort of the gradation of ages. Like we're all roughly close in age to one another, but there's a gradation, and there at a certain point there's a precipice. So, for example, between Art, the old man of the bunch, and myself, there's a much larger chasm where Andy and I had a more shared childhood, even though he's got 4 years on me. So when I hear you guys talk about those like horror monsters that the model kits that you would paint, I'd go, oh yeah, that was what my older cousins played with. Like I don't even connect to that. That doesn't even hit me. But on the other end of the spectrum, Rob and Todd were rock stars to my generation, like coming up through high school. So to get a videotape, to hear them talk about their process when there was no internet, when there was no books by Robert Todd talking, we were glued to it. But I could see how, like, if I was even 5 years older, and sort of a contemporary, I would just be, taking a nap.
Well, I find McFarlane fascinating in a lot of levels. But if it had been if it had been Buscema or John Romita or Joe Kubert, I'd have been glued. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's a Romita one.
It is an age thing.
Just wait till Billy's next Bros.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll do the Romita one.
Get off.
He was
my
so
lawn,
excited for that.
I was so excited.
Get off my lawn.
And it bombed. It didn't bomb. It was fun, but
it didn't bomb.
You need to play the Bob Kane one, dude.
That's the one I should play. Is Bob Kane?
The tension.
Yeah.
The tension between him and Stan is palpable, or how?
See, I've never seen that one.
Palpable.
Jeff, what's the word? You're a writer.
Palpable.
Is it palpable?
Palpable.
Palpable. Like when you can reach out and touch it.
Yep. PALPED.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, that tension, you could tell Stan and Bob did not like each other.
Oh,
And
interesting.
They're being as nice to each other as they can.
Cordial.
Back when I was at Fleischer, Stan.
Did anybody like Bob Kane?
Bob Kane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Bob.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah,
Kane.
Bob Kane liked Bob Kane.
Yeah, Bob Kane
loved
like Bob Kane.
Kane,
There's
didn't he?
other people who did, and you know what? Here's the thing, and I'm going to throw this out as just a pause. It's quite trendy to trash Bob Kane because his parents had lawyers. Why was his signature in detective from the beginning? First 2 issues, it's ROB''T, and then he switched to the more famous Bob Kane. And listen, I'm not an advocate or an apologist for how he treated staff, but how he treated staff was very common back then. And we get pissed off at him because he actually got some of the credit that Siegel and Schuster deserved and should have been given, but weren't. So his parents had enough money that he had a lawyer, and when he did his contract, and that's the difference right there.
Well, I think people are also a little salty about him because there's a big question, JC, about how much he actually contributed to anything he did.
And I have no question that he was taking credit for other people's works because, you know, in all seriousness, I've seen the Frazetta stuff. I've seen Frazetta strip that, you know, the published version signed Al Cap.
Sure.
Right.
You know,
how about Bob Kane calling anybody that draws Batman his ghost?
Yeah.
So Frank Miller is the best Bob Kane ghost there is.
Absolutely.
My son Matthew was huge Batman fan, and we had gotten him the book, Bill Finger's book. I guess it was written by Bill's son, I think. And when he learned that Bill Finger's son and granddaughters, I think, were having the Bill Finger panel at San Diego one year. This is going back 10 years or so. And he went to the panel, and they sat him in the front row because he had his Batman costume on, because he just loved Bill Finger, and he despises Bob Kane. He's so because then everyone else is talking. Like Darwin would talk to him about. I think Darwin's probably told him about Bob Kane and how that he took all the credit for everything, and like you said, how much of a contribution did he have? Because they were buddies, Matthew, my son and Darwin, which is so funny. The two of them hanging out all the time. I remember at Baltimore one year. And we're at breakfast, and I come back with the food. It was a buffet, and I'm like, "Where's our son? Where's Matthew?" And Debbie goes like this at points, and yes, there's Matthew sitting having breakfast with Darwin cooking Frank Thierry.
That's funny.
And he's just sitting there talking to him, and they're like they're all pals.
My favorite thing with Matthew was I was talking to you on the phone, and he came running in with the ball over his head.
The beach ball.
And Billy, Billy's having to describe this to me because it's just on the phone, and he almost can't talk because he comes running in and says, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb," and
then runs downstairs. He just comes running up the stairs. Down the first floor, and he comes running up like that and stops and looks at me. He goes, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb," and looks like, and then runs.
That's hilarious. That's great.
Oh, kids, right? Jeez.
God, I remember that episode.
What a blessing they are.
So cute, that's right? Funny. So adorable.
You're adorable.
That's right.
So, Tex, when are we going to see stuff that we can't talk about right now?
I just sent you an email because.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I'll tell you. In all candor, the price guide ate my brain.
Well, you're an important guy now. I mean, you were before, but now you're like really important.
We finished most of it by Monday, which was unfortunately Victoria Day in Canada. And then Tuesday, all day long in the Insight system, we couldn't see 285 of the 1,120 pages.
Oh.
And so no stress there, right?
Yeah.
It got straightened out, but I'm, normally I take a day after the price guide and just sort of let my brain be mush.
Sure.
This year it's an hour.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And you had your birthday during that time period.
I did, Doctor. I texted you the other day because I missed your call.
I got it.
I was
Thank
working
you.
on the book.
It's tough, isn't it? What a responsibility.
But
I owe you a lunch.
I actually, oh boy, I had a freaking great birthday dinner. Rosina's brother took us to the Capitol Grill, and I had a Kobe Wagyu fillet.
Nice.
It was just melt in your mouth, gorgeous.
Like butter.
Yeah,
like butter.
So good.
And then the next day, I didn't go to CradleCon, but I had dinner with John Casanova III, who had attended CradleCon. So it was a great weekend.
Nice.
But those were the breaks away from the book.
Yeah.
No,
hey,
I hear you,
I'm
man.
having trouble sharing things with my, I don't know if it's my internet. Can you pull up Aaron's Wraith of God Blood Hunters? Could you find that? I'm having trouble.
There,
That's not it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, just $1 to get to 143.
Look at that. $1 away.
$1.
What?
So, Aaron, so you're making some waves, huh? Are we creeping up on Rini? What are we doing? What's going on?
No, she's crushing me. She's like at 170 now.
What happened?
Is she really?
She's not shadow banned, and I'm shadow banned, and she's young and good looking, and I'm old and curmudgeonous, and so it's just there's just no competition, man.
So she's the new pretty girl, isn't she?
She is.
You're always threatening to hit people, Aaron. Like,
well, I never threatened to hit her. Just you.
Well, this is nothing.
Shake that head one more time, Blevins.
No, Andy told me how to handle you. So
that's right.
$143,000. Not too shabby, brother. Where are we with the book now?
Well, I am. Let's see. The Wraith of God story is done. I've got 3 backups. One is the nightclub story, which is I'm on page 10 of 15, so that's almost done. And then I've got the Garbage Man. I got 11 pages left to do that. Then 7 pages of Kit Carter. So it's moving right along. I'm expecting to be done in August and get that sucker to the printer as quickly as I can.
So wait, how many? What's your total page count left to draw, including everything?
5 and 11. That's 16, and 7 is 23.
Ooh, you got 23, and I got 19.
Oh, you're gonna finish just.
Oh, maybe we have a new competition here. The finish line. Maybe it is a sprint and not a marathon at this point.
Well, it is because I want to be able to launch my next project in September because I don't want to get too far into the fall so we get into holidays and then have to deal with that. So
yeah.
Yep.
That's a great page.
Yeah, right here, right?
Look at that.
That's so nice.
Was it Adam Miller there, the contest winner? What a great piece he did.
Man, I love The Night of the Living Jed.
I haven't decided if I'm going to put his piece of art in the book or if I'm going to do a trading card. We shall see. We shall
as a
see.
stretch goal, do you mean?
Well, yeah, he won the art contest, so I said I was either going to put it in the book as a pinup or make a trading card out of it, and I haven't made it.
Aaron, have you been able to say who inked that the story that's got like that big sort of elephant guy?
No. He doesn't care, but I care, and
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be in the it'll be in the credits in the book, and of course, I told you guys backstage, didn't I?
No, but
I'll tell you later, Frege.
You can tell us. Nobody's
who did
Yeah,
this?
no one's listening.
This is new. I've not seen this.
That's the fan art contest.
That's the fan art
guy.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
It's
Is
incredible.
that oils? What is that?
That's digital.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Wow.
It's AI. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Oh God.
That's a movie poster right there.
You could see a person was.
But see, that's the thing. If I make it into a trading card, it'd be like really small. So I keep thinking that'd be better as a pinup in the book.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You'd lose. I think you'd lose the folds in the cape.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might go that direction.
Did you guys see that they're starting to put together? Speaking of AI, and one of the gripes with the Writers Guild strike. And I guess they're trying to push the Screen Actors Guild, is that they are doing so much AI with AI actually actors. Do you know what I mean? Like, and they're doing John Wayne in a roller skating movie, and they're starting to put together shorts and stuff that you see John Wayne and he's talking. It sounds like John Wayne and everything like that with an AI script and all, and he's like in a modern day roller skating movie. I'm just using that for an example.
Right.
But it's terrifying. And then you can then go and say, I want to see Marilyn Monroe in a porno movie, with in a Romeo and Juliet scenario on roller skates, and then a monkey comes in.
Dang.
And
you got something with roller skates, man? Little fantasies about roller skates?
2 things. One, it sounds like Billy's put a little too much thought into this.
Yeah, it's kind of a little
Two, when this was the premise for how Reuben Flagg became a Plexus Ranger, people said Howard was like really out there. That's ridiculous. They could never replace the actors.
And here we
know?
are.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Well, that's what the that's what the Writers Guild is bitching about, because again, it's not going to be long for you to be able to make your own film for yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and also they also get like the kind of the vision of the director as well, because I don't know if you've seen the Wes Anderson Lord of the Rings trailer.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. Like, I mean, it looks just like it was a real trailer that he did, and it's
wow.
I don't see how this is just massive copyright infringement problems,
Oh,
especially if you're using actors without their permission. There's no way.
A lot of them sign their likenesses away.
Especially in California and other states that that recognize the right of publicity. That's there's different states that have different rules about that, but California, being a showbiz state, is actually pretty strong on your publicity rights, and how that would not violate them is beyond me.
Well,
how could you make a movie? Well, how could you make a movie with, say, John Wayne, for example, and not have John Wayne's estate go, whoa, we did not okay you using it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it if you're doing like
likeness,
a fan movie or something like that. It's the same thing as writing Captain America fan fiction, Yeah. But if you're actually like a studio, they would have to have contract agreements with whatever actors or estates of actors to use that stuff.
Well, Tom Hanks.
Maybe
what
with
if they don't have one? What about look at Superman, Action Comics #1's going in the public domain. How many AI generated Superman #1 films are there going to be? You could make that film.
But I don't think you as a personality, as a human being, can go into the public domain. I don't think that's the thing.
Right.
It's like trying to use Karloff's image you just can't. You have to.
But what if Karloff is in a film that wasn't that wasn't copyrighted? Like there's Chaplin films that aren't copyrighted.
Well, you're still using the person's actual likeness, though. I would think.
But that was a movie that they got paid for, and then that particular movie became public domain. But creating something new using their likeness, to me that's a totally different ballgame.
And this is where you'll get into that I was talking about, the right of publicity, and basically it's a means for actors and their estates to control their likeness rights.
Right.
And the states that have embraced this, and I think the last time I looked, and I might be wrong on this, I think it was like 17 states recognize this in fairly strong fashion, and other states. Well, it's not going to interfere with news reporting or anything else like that if news was actually reported, because you don't have, like, if you go into a convention, you have no legitimate expectation of privacy. But if you are that person and you're at dinner and somebody walks by and takes a video of you, they can't make a for sale movie out of that.
Right.
Well, I will tell you, I don't know if you remember this or not, but like way back in like 1980, actually it's probably even the 90, Crispin Glover, from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Like he actually sued because he wasn't in Back to the Future 2, but he was part of the storyline. So they got an actor that looked exactly like him, and
hung him upside down.
I'm sorry.
They hung him upside down in the movie.
Yo,
the actor,
hey, what
the
up,
actor. When they go, what up, E? When they go to
I sent the link. E, pop in.
When they go to the future, Grandpa is in traction and he's upside down, and that was a way for them to help hide that it wasn't Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, also when he was in the house. When he was in the, when Marty actually goes in and sees her. Sorry, my screen was blurry.
I saw that.
I know. We're all in solidarity, bro.
Yeah.
High five, bro.
High five, guys. But I mean, seriously, like this happened way back then, and he lost. He lost that lawsuit because they got an actor, and then not even more recently, they had the foreign film with the guy that looked like Charles Bronson. Do you remember that? Do you remember that series of?
Yeah, but those are good examples, Brian. But it's not the same thing. You cannot take somebody's likeness. You can impersonate them all day long.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's the?
It's a
I
different
can't see.
actor.
I can totally see why he lost. Crispin Glover lost that.
But you could
lawsuit.
do, but you could buy a program that you could punch all these things into AI. So say you could buy an AI program, right? You spend $100 a year, and then you can then make your own movies for your own personal gain.
Well, yeah, you
You're
can't
not-
sell them.
You're not, you're not selling that.
Well, yeah, you can do it for your own personal
And the
entertainment.
writers won't
Sure.
get any
How are they
money.
gonna stop?
Say it again, Aaron. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, yeah, you could make them for your own personal entertainment if you weren't selling them. But even that, if like you said, if you took, say, somebody, I don't know, that cares about their reputation and made like your own home porn movie with Cheryl Ladd's likeness or something,
Oh, good.
Even if it
I
didn't,
never even thought about that.
but it's like no, but
Billy's
seriously,
like, right,
I feel like Billy's trying to talk us into something.
no, seriously. The reason,
He wants
hey,
us
the
all
reason
on board.
I thought of that was because there was a porn film. I don't know if you guys remember in the '70s that they used the art on the poster. They made it look like Cheryl Ladd, and
yeah.
she sued them and won because basically they put her likeness on this porn movie poster.
Didn't,
But if you were doing, if you had that in your
why
own
don't you
house,
do the clean version where Marvel put Amy Grant?
Amy Grant. Butch
Right.
Geist did Amy
Yeah.
Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they lost that too.
Yo.
Yeah.
Well,
What kind of,
Easy E, what is up?
let's
Hi,
see what
fellas.
kind of AI porn Ethan wants to make.
Yeah, Ethan. So when we start doing AI porn, who's your go-to? Like Aaron likes Cheryl Ladd. So he's gonna have
Billy
Cheryl
wants
Ladd.
Marilyn Monroe.
Wow, that's really impressive. I don't know. I try to abstain from pornography. I think pornography makes it impacts your relationship and your connection with your wife. And yeah, so I try to keep away from it. I'm not saying I'm against it. I don't want to be like that, but yeah. At the same time, though, if I were going to create AI pornography, it would probably be all the women on Fox News. All of them. And a massive orgy.
With no dudes, just the ladies.
Yeah, all the
Seriously,
ladies.
you could do an AI Ethan show on YouTube, right? And
Yeah.
let him say stuff that he wouldn't have said otherwise. I mean, this could get really dangerous.
Yes, it can. We're talking about AI, the dangers of AI, and the reason why the Writers Guild is striking is because in a few years, you'll be able to buy a program for say $100, and you'll be able to create your own movies for your personal enjoyment. So you'll
I think
be
you
able
can
to
already
create
do it.
John
Yeah, you-
Wayne Western written by Quentin Tarantino and directed by Akira Kurosawa, and co-starring Stan Laurel.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to
And
generate
Ray
that.
Allen.
Well, the reality, Billy, is the easiest thing for AI to do right now is write.
yeah.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
like literally, it's the easiest thing for it to do. To generate motion pictures and animation and all this stuff requires processor power. And if you look at Chat GPT and why they say their biggest thing is scalability, like being able to take on all of the thinking power of the requests people have, the easiest thing to do right now is writing, to generate words on paper in style. And I think the reason the writers are really striking, because you're going way in the future, they have to nip this in the bud at the writing level
Right
Yeah.
now.
right now, because
Yeah.
it's the first line. It's literally the first line. It can do it now. It can literally write you a screenplay right now. What you're
Yeah.
talking about, it can't do yet, but it can write you a screenplay. You can right now say, ChatGPT, look at every plot synopsis of She by Billy Tucci. Now write me a script about She as written by Quentin Tarantino. And it will generate that script for you, and you can go in and do your rewriting, and it's done.
Mhm.
That can be done right this moment.
Nuts.
This is why they're striking.
Yeah.
So what do we need these people with for then? Let's get rid of them.
You guys remember the movie The Player?
Because we're next. That's why.
Do you guys remember? Do you
Train
guys
them to
remember the movie The
engineers.
Player?
Yeah.
No.
And that was one of the plot lines was, do we really need writers?
Mhm. Well, AI is dangerous. If somebody were able to would you feel violated by that personally? If somebody were able to create an artificial intelligence version of you, Dan, and then make you say things that you didn't say and put you in that kind of, would you feel like you were being held hostage in a way by the power
I would
of
feel
somebody
like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Running Man.
Would you? In what way? Tell me.
Well, remember how they framed him? He's like, "Don't shoot the people. There's people down there." And then they changed it to "Shoot all of the people down there." And then that's what they showed the public. Well, now they don't even need the footage anymore.
Well,
So
okay. So I feel justified. Billy, would you share my screen, please? Listen. We've got some people in our club, in our little group, that are able to do this. Watch this.
Have honest conversations about important issues. Today, I am thrilled to have Ethan Van Sciver on the show. Ethan is a renowned comic book artist who's worked with both Marvel and DC, and one of the leaders of the Comicsgate movement. Hi, Comicsgate. Welcome, Ethan.
Thanks for having me, Joe.
So
that's not me. I didn't say that.
Those might not be
That's crazy.
Can you explain what it is?
Sheila did this.
Comicsgate is
she's so naughty.
That started in response to the decline of the comic book industry.
That's me. That's my voice, but it isn't my voice, Billy.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Well, you know, like if you have an iPhone now with the new iOS 17, instead of having Siri's voice, you read a 15-minute piece of dialogue, and you just have your voice.
Don't do that.
Now
they're cataloging you. Dude.
As your voice.
Yeah,
I know it's crazy. I'm not.
They probably already are. But going back to something that Jeff was talking about with the publicity rights and such. Some of the stuff that they do, especially with the big time sci-fi movies or anything that involves stunts, is they will do facial scans and likeness scans, and part of their deal, they're signing that piece away. And if they're not really looking at the fine print, the studio does in fact own their likeness, if only just for that project.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta cut out. I gotta finish some stuff.
I gotta get going too. I'm past my bedtime.
I'm gonna bail.
Thank you guys.
Everybody's leaving.
Thank you all, being good to see you.
What
Andy,
the hell?
Thank you very much, Billy.
I gotta blow out too.
All right, guys. I just want to say thank you all for supporting Zombie Sama Dorm of the Dead. Nile, if you don't mind sharing the Senryaku trailer, we'll show my.
I want to see this one more time for sure.
Yeah, one more time.
Trailer again.
Have you seen this yet, Ethan?
No, let's see it.
It's awesome.
She Senryaku is going to debut. Thank you, Ethan. Next Wednesday, on all caps. I guess 7 o'clock. We're closing out Zombie Sama tonight. Thank you all so much. And here's our little trail. You want to show the trail that Nile Scala put together? Did a great job.
awesome.
Wow.
right.
Very
Good
nice.
work.
That's great.
Good work.
That
Well
was
done,
really
Nile.
Good work.
Thanks.
Really
Well
good.
done.
We got another super chat here. Mike Smith, $2. Thank you, sir. Can't wait to read Zombie Sama. Big fan of She.
Thank you so much. We got, like I said, the books are all coming in. We got the Zombie Sama Fan Appreciation Editions in, the Zombie Sama Winter Ronins in, Stretch Goals are in, prints are in, I think the coins are in, and the books are on their way. So thank you all. We start, surveys have gone out, and we start fulfilling, I guess, next week. So thank you all. Appreciate it.
Excellent.
Nice.
And
Billy,
thank
thanks
you.
for having me. Good
Yep.
seeing
Yep.
everybody.
See you, Fragger.
Great seeing you, Ethan. Really great seeing you, buddy.
You too, sir.
I will
See you
see
guys.
everybody soon. Everybody have a great week. Chat. Thanks for supporting these books. See you soon.
Good night,
Yeah.
Fragaboom.
All right. Good seeing you, Fragga.
Good night, guys. I got to bail as well. It was great
All right,
seeing you.
Andy.
Thanks, Billy.
Yep.
It's fun as
Yeah, Andy.
always. Everyone
We'll
have
finish on
a fantastic night.
We're
Thank
just
you,
about
buddy.
Congratulations.
Andy.
We'll
Bye,
finish on a high
guys.
note here with Ethan. I want to thank you, Ethan, for allowing us to launch on All Caps Comics on Zombie Sama.
What just happened there? What was that?
They
Well,
just-
hang on. We're about to end the show, and we got people like, I got to go now. Okay,
I don't know.
the airplane's about to explode in midair. I got to get my parachute and get out of here. What is going on with Andy Frega? I mean, JC Vaughn probably really did have to go, but what?
No, they just,
JC was the only one that had an excuse because he was.
we were
always
all
just
laughing, having a good time, and then you came in
And ruined everything.
Like,
it was me.
and just scared them all away.
Maybe
Like,
the AI porn talk, Billy. I think
Yeah,
you
I
trying
didn't
to
even
get us to be a part of that whole thing, so you don't feel creepy. But I'm down. I'll make some AI.
Ethan, Dark Harvest.
Yeah.
You got this kicking ass. You got what are they called? Containers of Vespa
Yeah.
toys came in.
Yeah, Vespa's toys, and okay, so all of our Cyberfrog toys from the Cyberfrog action figure campaign, first wave action figure campaign, which took a long time to make. I want to do a whole video where I show from conception the early sketches all the way to completion and how to do it, so other people can sort of follow the path who are thinking about doing it. To show them how, because I'd like it if other people were able to do this too, and I think you just need a little bit of little help, little advice. So anyway, they were being shipped over in 4 containers from China. 2 of them arrived yesterday, and we unloaded those beautiful Vespas toys, and then 2 of them got held up at customs. Two containers, they were being inspected. And I feel bad about that because I got to say, like, having been in those containers, I would hate to think that there would be Chinese prostitutes traveling from China to the United States. That's a really rough ride. I don't know how they'd make it. They're just checking for hookers. There are no hookers, just frogs. And so those are on the way. I got a phone call today. They're going to be here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. We're going to be unloading the cyber frogs and the chicken buckets into our warehouse, which is looking increasingly like the final scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's really beautiful.
That's awesome.
And we're going to start fulfilling. We got 3 weeks out from Heather Swain. From what I hear, there was another quality control issue, and we're taking care of that now. But we're going to get those Heather Swains in here in a couple of weeks. But in the meantime, we are going to be shipping the frogs and the Vespas out as quickly as we can to our wonderful backers. And thanks to everyone. It's astonishing. This here is kind of an in-betweener campaign between Cyberfrog Wreck Planet and Cyberfrog 3 Red Extermination. You can get all of the other books, including Salamandroid Death Sting with glow-in-the-dark covers, between now and May 28th. May 28th, we're going to take these down, final orders for Death Sting, and then that's it. You're not going to be able to get it. So don't miss out. I mean, this book is vital to the story. It's a very important piece. Like, that's Cyberfrog's mom and dad right down there.
Yeah.
Like,
really?
Yeah, they're real,
Your
real
detail
alien.
is ridiculous, man. I freaking love your art.
Thank you. You know what? Like, I'm proud of this because, Billy, let me read that. Can you scroll up a little bit so I can actually read
Now
my
you got
own
it right
writing?
now? Yeah.
Yeah, Nile does. Okay. I mean, this is. I wanted to do something where I don't think DC Comics would allow this. I don't think any mainstream company would allow this. But have aliens that reference God, and faith, which is one of the wonderful benefits of independence, is you can do things like that. And, it doesn't really matter if your parent company likes it or doesn't. And you just see right there is an alien, a beautiful alien woman there, a mother. She's carrying an unborn child that is unformed. It's a fetal mass that will not take shape until it encounters physically the open air and its two parents, and then it'll draw from both of them and take a form of those two things combined, those two individuals combined. They've formulated a plan on Cyberfrog's homeworld, and Amik Sin, who was one of these Sinma living spacecrafts with a womb, an actual womb that can carry these unborn children, says, "We are synced, Mana Pinra. Are you prepared for the extraction?" And she's about ready to have her child taken out of her, not aborted. Okay, she's going to adopt it out. Promise me you will guard over these two precious little souls, Amik Sin, guide them in what they must do, righteously prepare them for war, and I willingly give them over to you for Pradani and for Earth. And she says, "I offer my most sacred oath." Try to relax just a little bit. And you can see that Amik Sin has attached itself to Mata Pinra's womb and is taking out the child. And Cyberfrog's mother down there, cynical women. Women are cynical. They don't trust the men sometimes. And she said, "You ask the people to offer up their unborn children to be sent to God-forsaken worlds." And he says, "God has not forsaken these worlds. He has inspired me to intervene on their behalf."
Oh,
I love it. This is now the second book that, and I love doing this. I don't want to hit people over the head with this idea, but I've had Heather Swain Prey in Wreck Planet, and then the second book just referencing the idea of faith in God, even on other planets. It's like I think it's important to do that. And I know Aaron Lepresti's book is called Wraith of God. He's doing it himself as well. But I think it's kind of nice to do something that's subtle and that addresses and doesn't ridicule the idea of religious faith, even with aliens from outer space.
Yeah.
Like
what a novel idea.
Is it novel? Yeah, in a way it is. I mean, we're all kind of doing it. You did this fantastic book called A Child is Born, which is beautifully depicts the birth of our Savior. Beautifully. I mean, I've never seen it done better, Billy.
Oh God!
And
God, thank you.
Yeah, and it's out there, and we could do that. There's got to be a way that we can do that without being preachy, but we can do it and still be entertaining. We can do it without becoming who's the guy from Growing Pains that's out there right now?
Kirk Cameron.
Oh, Kirk Cameron. He's fun. He's a good man, but it's a hard pill to swallow if you're already resistant to that. Just subtly weave it in and make it part of your message, while mostly, being incredibly entertaining.
Now, how do you feel, Ethan? You like I said, you're working on Red Extermination. You're showing the birth of Sal, or the coming birth of Sal, and how do you say Duran? How do you say his name?
The Duran.
Ron.
His family is from the family Ron, and there are two families, warring families on Perdani, and they're trying to work together. They're trying to be diplomatic with each other, but they have different ideas of how things should go. There's the Pinra family, and there's the Ron family. And as you're gonna meet the offspring of the Pinra family in Salamandroid Death Sting, and how their legacy goes, their legacy of rebellion. And then there's the Ron family. That would be Cyberfrog and Dataron Ron, who there they are right there, who are a second chance and didn't go exactly right. And the thing about it is that the Pinra family, they got it right. They did it worked according to their plan, but you'll see how that goes. Cyberfrog and Salamandroid, they didn't turn out the way that anybody hoped that they would, and yet it doesn't matter. They've got heart. They're willing to serve. They have heart, they have love, and ultimately they value their homeworld, their planet, and hate the Vespis. So they're willing to fight and die. But it's going to be pretty good. Red Extermination is the third book, and I think it's going to be what people are looking for. People who have read Wreck Planet are going to be very pleased with how Red Extermination goes.
Geez, so how do you feel when you go back 30 years ago when you first conceived this or you're first working on it, right?
Mhm.
Then you went to the mainstream, you had huge success there. Now you're back to being the master of your own domain. I mean, it's got to feel pretty freaking good, huh, brother?
I think so. Yeah, I worry about everybody every single day. I worry about us too, but I worry about everybody else who's trying to do this and trying to succeed more than I think about how wonderful it is that I've got action figures. I've got I'm profoundly grateful. I pray every single day, and I thank God for it. And I try to remain sunny and upbeat and optimistic, and try to help everybody else promote their stuff so that everybody can continue doing this. The industry is slowly contracting, and opportunities are shrinking for people. And I think it's important that we take these opportunities that we're being given and take them very seriously. Our books can't be light. They can be light. They can be fun, but they have to be our best efforts, because this is like I said, people are entrusting us with a lot of money and giving us this complete and total creative freedom. So now is the time to say whatever it was we were always meant to say with our comics. Now or never. It's like now or never.
You're right.
And I think if we do that and we do it well, we're gonna be able to do this for a long time. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Hell yeah!
Here. Well said.
Our backers deserve it. I mean, that's why we're all out there. We're scratching away. We're spending every ounce of all of our creative output is going into these pages, and that's why it might take longer than some would like. But this isn't an assembly line like mainstream comics. This is something that is really coming from the heart. These are all passion projects. I mean, look what Aaron's got. Aaron, right?
Lopez. His name is Lopez.
Sorry, get it right.
That Lopez has. I mean, how many characters you have in your in this new campaign? How many storylines?
Well, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
4.
But the funny thing is like you're asking Ethan that question, and it's like a lot of this stuff that I've created over the past 30 years. And it's like, but there was never anywhere to do them, because you could do it through Image, but that was so hit or miss. And it was really difficult to get Marvel or DC to take, a chance on a new IP, right? No matter how ingrained you might have been with them at any given point in time. And so you sit there for years going, you had no idea, at least I didn't, how I was ever going to do these things, and then crowdfunding comes along, and then Ethan comes along and sort of explodes the whole thing and creates this giant umbrella for us to kind of operate under. And suddenly now we have the opportunity to do the stuff that, in my case, some of the stuff I've been sitting on for decades and have had no way to realize them as actual projects. And now I can. And so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. And what I love about good.
I was gonna say, and what's great to see though is, I mean, you guys did a lot of amazing work in the mainstream, but when you look at all the stuff you guys are churning out now, you see that difference, right? Because it is what you want to do. There's no one breathing over your shoulder, nothing. If you want something to be a certain way, you're gonna do it because you can literally take the vision that's in your head and put it out there on paper, put it out on print, and no one's gonna censor what you're doing. And the products that you're getting, man, you can read these books over and over again, which is great. Some of the stuff you pulled off the shelves before, like you read it, like, oh, that's cool. You toss it, put it in your long box or whatever. But you can totally see the passion in the pages, which is why I freaking just love the crowdfunding experience.
Yeah. Well, Ethan can attest to this as being, in mainstream as long as I was practically, is that, no matter what you're doing, you got a project. And like I wrote a few projects for DC, but even like stuff like Metamorpho and stuff that was, second or third tier characters, someone was always editorially coming in and going, oh, you know what, we need to cross this character over into this story so we can reference this later when we do this big event, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not the story I was writing. Well, figure out how to work him in. You're just like, jeez, so then you have to reconstruct your entire story to make these elements that editorial wants you to fit in that had nothing to do with what your original vision was. And, on the flip side, you can be your own editor now. And I was talking about this on my Sunday show. I'm doing this big fight scene that opens up this nightclub story, this 15-page backup. And I got a page done. I was like, this sucks. And I just tossed it and started over and reconfigured the fight scene because it was lame. You know, when you're doing mainstream, you're like, I got to get this thing done and send it in. And okay, it's not the best thing I've ever done, but at least I made my deadline. So there's a lot of freedom too that goes with it. That's really helpful.
Yeah, but you know, also is incredibly rewarding is despite the mainstream comics media blackout that we're all experiencing, that it's not stopping the fans from coming to us. You know what I mean? We still the fan. It shows that the fans are the ones that truly matter, not the critics. You know, not the journalists, if you will, but the fans. Because you can't. It doesn't matter that say Ethan hits over $1 million on a campaign. That should be splash page, front page news on every comic news site. But no, it was ignored.
Oh yeah.
Now, if Ethan hits a turkey with his car crossing the street in front of his house, oh my God, he'll be on the front page.
It's a hate crime.
Yeah,
it's a hate crime.
I might have to do that. Actually.
It's dinner.
I'll come down there with my bow, brother. Or you should hunt them turkeys in your backyard. Ow!
Invite Billy over for a sleepover. You'll see him in your backyard with his bow.
Yeah. No, we can't do it in our neighborhood. Like Andrea honked at the turkey because it came and attacked the car when we're pulling out of the driveway, and one of our neighbors gave us a dirty look, like, "What? It's a bird. Leave it alone." Like that. We're just like, it came over. It's pecking our car. We, trying to honk to get it away. So you can't do it. Imagine if you flung an arrow through it, Billy. Like these people would go nuts. These
just like a wild turkey just running around.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, we got him. I had one on my lawn the other day. I wasn't home, obviously.
So how do you know it was there?
You had dinner. It's like, what's up?
Yeah, I made a video. I made like a 60-second video of this turkey harassing my neighbor. And you've never seen anything like it. Yeah, it's like, I didn't know turkeys were like that, but they're little dinosaurs.
Oh yeah,
that's how they behave.
On the street, man.
Yeah,
I've never seen a hostile turkey. That's a first.
Get away from my nest.
You ever see swans? I got attacked.
They're nasty little
fuckers. They come at you like this.
Yeah. Geese too.
Man. Are you going live in the morning, Ethan, when your truck arrives again?
Yeah, I got to do it because it's so much fun. It really is a thrill to see that truck back up and like 800 times trying to get to the dock. I don't know what's going on with these truck drivers, but
it was a lot. And I was surprised you own a bouncy house. I thought you rented it. I didn't know you bought it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got it for Ava for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I'm thinking about putting it out on the lawn we're having a Memorial Day party on Monday. All the family's coming out, throw a big shindig. My grandma, 92 years old, she's coming out. She's leaving the house. She's going to come hang out with us. Maybe throw her in the pool. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
There you go. Get her in the bounce house.
Keep her away from the bouncy house, though.
We'll be all about that.
Yeah,
your grandmother's 92.
Yeah.
My mother is 91.
Wow, really? And my mom.
You must have.
I'm old, apparently.
You were a late baby, weren't you?
Yeah, you're a late
baby.
You in your
40s? Yeah, I was 30. My mom was 33 when she had me. Yeah.
Oh, that's not that late.
Wow.
No, it's not.
My dad just turned 71.
Wow. 91 old. Oh, my mom is 73. So I mean, it's not. We're not so far apart. I guess we are 92.
Yeah. What year were you born?
74.
See, I'm 10 years older than you, man. I was born 64.
Oh,
you're the last of the baby boomers, I think.
I am. I'm like the tail end.
Yep, the last year, or 65 is the last year because I'm Gen X.
Yeah, Aaron. To be honest with you, I thought you were maybe a couple of years older than me. I didn't know it was an entire 10. I didn't realize that. Yeah, you're on the way out.
That I have stored
really
in me.
Changes things.
Yeah, I didn't know I was so close to Ethan's age. Like I'm 45, so.
See, I'm already on my way out too, Aaron. Just to let you know, I've dug a hole in the backyard. I go lay in it and wait every morning, just in case it.
You can throw that AARP link in the chat if you guys want.
I started counting the days as soon as I turned 30. Man, I had a midlife crisis at 30 and never looked back. So.
Yeah, my dad's coming down. It's going to be a good weekend. I can't wait. I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. A lot of family reunions. Playing some Billy Joel in the backyard.
Yes.
Cooking some steaks, cooking some sausage.
Nice.
Nice. It's going to be a good time. Yeah.
What kind of sides we having?
Grandmom's making all kinds of stuff. Grandmom's making barbecue beef. She's making some macaroni, some potato salad, whatever else she's going to make. Everybody can bring whatever they want. Bring your kids. House is just going to be filled. And we do this once a year. We do these family reunions. And Grandmom, God love her, she doesn't leave the house ever except to go to Arby's. She goes to Arby's to get she likes the Arby's. But she's coming. Yeah, she likes that stuff. That's what she wants for Christmas. I'd like a gift card for Arby's. Okay. So she's coming out here. She came out last year, walked down the steps, and everybody saw it. We did a live stream. She was at my desk looking at Wreck Planet pages, and just amazing. She doesn't get out. So she's going to be here again. I'll live stream her. People like to see Grandma Van Sciver. She's the Italian side of the family. Billy, you'd love her. She's 100% Italian from the old country. And she's a great cook, great woman. One of the last.
I'm going to be in Pennsylvania for the weekend, so I think on my way home I'm going to swing by for some sausage and.
Let's go. Yeah, you're invited anytime.
Show up. What's up?
We have a family reunion, and Tucci's got to be there. They got to be there.
Anyway, all right. Well, we're getting it's 10 o'clock. We've been going 2 hours. Thank you all, Aaron, Ethan. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If I could share Zombie Sama. Now, do you have Zombie Sama up? Do you have it queued or not?
I don't have that one up because you had that one.
All right, yeah, I have it up. I'm going to share that real quick. Guys, thank you so much. We are almost Blood Hunters. Okay. Here we go. There it is. So, guys, I want to thank you. This campaign is now 2 months. So we're a little over. We're almost 2 months since it ended. Again, everything. The books are all printed. A lot of the products already here. We start fulfilling next week. Thank you, guys. We are now we're like 9. I think we made more than that. Let me see. Let me refresh it. Hope we did. Let's see. God, it's taking so long. There we go. Oh, opa. All right. So our last Zombie Sama campaign at Ethan, if you remember that's when you introduced me to Indiegogo. We came on that night. That was a 7-month campaign. This is a 2-month campaign. And we are, I don't know, it looks like we're about $600 shy of our total goal for that one. So thank you all for supporting us. Each and every one of you are going to love this book. It's 104 pages. It's a lot of fun. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Me and John Brolia, we worked really hard on this book. And we love you all. Right? We're nothing without our fans. Right, boys? So this is pretty great. We close it out tonight. I'm gonna close it out at midnight. I guess I'll turn it off. So thank you guys. Lopez, Ethan, what's next for you guys streaming wise?
Well, tonight people should know that the Jack Show is on John Malin's channel. So that's the big show tonight. Yeah. I might join them. I'm gonna stay up and I'm going to draw, and I'm gonna try to get something done here. I'm gonna draw this great sequence of Heather and Cyberfrog. It's heartbreaking. So I'm working on that right now. And then, I'd love it if everybody went to the Jack Show. Aaron, unless Aaron's putting on a show.
No. I'm getting back to work as soon as we're off here. But Saturday, I have Comic Art Convo at 4 o'clock Pacific. And then, of course, my show, Aaron Live, Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. Dr. Blevins, as always.
Dude, thanks for having me. Good breakaway from the country club. So
Nile, great job. Lopez. Blevins bought a country club. Ethan.
Oh wow,
we're all going golfing.
Yeah, 18 holes, man. It's pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. I've never hit a golf ball outside of.
Oh, thank you, John. I will. I'll swing by. Send me the link. We'll close at midnight on John's. I guess I'll start drinking.
There you go.
Good idea.
Debbie's on her way to Pennsylvania. Scala, thank you, brother, for running everything. Thank you for that amazing trailer for the new She-Book.
Insane.
This launches next week. And like I say, I love you all. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Love you too, Billy.
And wish me and Billy luck. We got a big meeting next week.
Yes.
As we continue on our journey to try to bring you all the most innovative crowdfunding site out there. Nice. Been in the works for quite some time, and hopefully everything will churn out good next week. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep you all posted.
I don't know if you know about this, Lopez. You know, we're talking about alternatives to.
Well, you talked about it a while ago when you guys were early stages of it.
Yeah, so things just seem to be coming together. So knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Well, we're going to have more crowdfunding sites than we know what to do with here before long.
Well, that's why you got to go to the best one.
That's right.
Boom,
So, all right, guys. I love you
All right.
guys. We'll see you. I'll be on the Jack Show in a little bit. Be great to see them, my friends. And all right, guys. I'll talk to you all later.
All
Thank
right.
you so
Thanks,
much.
Aaron.
Everyone
Thanks
have
for popping on, Ethan.
Thanks, Billy.
Levin.
Bye, guys.
and everyone
Thanks,
have,
Nile. See you
everyone
guys.
have a wonderful Memorial Day. Remember, it's not a holiday. It's a remembrance. So spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends. Enjoy this great nation that we've been given by God and some amazing founding fathers. And but just remember our fallen servicemen and women. So salute.
Salute. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the Pop XP and over on Instagram at the Pop XP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.